There's the man.
Yeah. See, you think it's Santa Claus who's been here, didn't you? I told you I would deliver what you wanted. I own one of the only working German Jagdpantha tank destroyers left in the world. Its nickname is Hetzer. But the world is about to get another one, as the twins are almost finished on my second Hetzer restoration. The last piece of the puzzle was finding a gun for it. This is an original L39 gun. It's not an L40 gun, it's a 39.
So it's a wartime gun.
A wartime Hetzer barrel. A tank destroyer is different from a normal tank. It had one job, and the clue's in the title. To destroy other tanks, you need a big old gun with a big old gun barrel. This one is a 75mm PaK 39 anti-tank gun. It could knock out other tanks up to 1 kilometre away.
What, do you have to dig it up?
Yeah, it looks like it's been concreted in.
Well, it probably has, but you know, you don't go down your local supermarket and pick one of these off your shelf. All these bits as well, I mean, I think I've done really well. Please, let's just get it done.
Well, we'll do our best with it.
We cannot cut back in any way on missing the deadline. A deadline so important, my international reputation is at stake. An Australian museum has offered me a huge bundle of dough for this Jagdpantha, but they won't pay unless the twins fill this quite noticeable gun-shaped hole. Now, I'd like to see something coming out the front of this hole, all shiny and painted, with all the breech working and everything. Any problems?
Well,
none, that's what I like to hear. There's a large tank-shaped hole reserved on a cargo ship sailing for Oz imminently. If this tank isn't spick and span and on that boat, both my reputation and my bank balance will be in tatters.
The various parts of the barrel have been rusted together for more than 70 years. To separate them will take a whole lot of heat.
that's hot enough yet.
I'll do a bit on this side.
Yeah.
It's the same principle as getting a lid off a jar using hot water. Heating metal expands it, cooling it contracts it, and if you do both repeatedly, it breaks the different parts loose.
Fry your eggs on that one.
Yeah. What's it like?
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah? Okay. A moment of truth. Well, that's a surprise. It's going to be quite easy now.
There's a big old thread in there.
Look at that. Freeing the breech block, the part that opens and closes when the shell is loaded, will take brute force.
Does it move? Wasn't that bad at all.
I'll take it all back, both.
Yeah. That's stage one sorted, but we still have to get it blasted, painted, reassembled and fitted to hit Bruce's shipping deadline.
I must get myself a bigger brush.
Slowly but surely, the Jagdpantha gun is coming together. Even the breech looks brand new.
It's amazing how that nearly everything the Germans had was all painted these three colours.
Yeah.
All done at the factory with a brush.
Yeah. The three official colours were dark yellow, olive green and reddy brown. But as the war progressed, paint, like everything else, became scarce. In the factories, they were forced to thin it to make it go further. And this had an obvious knock-on effect to the tank's colour configuration. We're painting the Jagdpantha in a late war pattern, which didn't even get a name.
When's this crane coming tomorrow? I think he said about 11. It's going to be a bit of a game getting it in because it's such a heavy thing. If it just touches anywhere, it will trash it completely.
Dangling 3 tons of gun above a Jagdpantha is dangerous for the tank and, if we're not very careful, for Bruce's bank balance.
That's a big crane.
It is.
What does it lift? 16 tons?
16 tons, yeah. Well, this is the important bit. I mean, once that gun's in there, we're good for Australia, aren't we, really?
Time to lift 3 tons of restored gun barrel where it hasn't sat for more than 70 years, on the body of a Jagdpantha tank destroyer.
But you're going to have to come right up and down.
You reckon, yeah?
Yeah.
It's squeaky gun time. When the crane lets the weight go, 3 tons of gun could crush a Jagdpantha worth £500,000.
Yeah, you're good. It's going down crooked, but it'll sort itself out when it gets down.
All right, straight down now.
Right. Keep going.
That's it, you're there. That's it.
It's not it. There's a gap here, Phil.
That's down.
No, it isn't.
Is it touching at the top?
No, it isn't. That's it.
Down. She's in.
Is it in? Is it in, Phil?
She's there. That's built up a big hole, isn't
It
it?
has, isn't it?
Bruce will be happy with that, won't he?
I'm happy with it.
Yeah, that's good.
That's the main thing,
I think we're due for a cup of tea, don't you?
at least.
I'm back from Prague and I'm blown away by Nick and Phil's work. Before one of them leaves for Oz, I'm showing both my Jagdpantha 38Ts to a war history journalist to document that Bruce Crompton once owned 2 of the best World War II Hetzers on the planet. This is the first and last time they'll be together, unless mine ends up in Australia as well, which is not going to happen.
No, it ain't gonna
because
happen.
I've already decreed that's my coffin.
Oh, right.
This particular one has got quite a violent history. It's actually, you can actually see where the round went in the side.
Oh, yeah,
An
yeah.
anti-tank round went through there.
Yeah.
This one, gun, all works, elevates, traverses, absolutely everything works. What's interesting over here as well, again, because of the vulnerable areas of these, anti-tank gunners would fire at where the drive was.
Yeah.
So they put these are deception
Yeah.
blocks, so that people would fire at this point or that point,
Rather than
thinking
the
that, and they're actually hitting solid armour plate, you know? This is one special vehicle, and the next time I see it, we'll both be on the other side of the world, where Australia will be getting its first ever Hetzer, courtesy of yours truly. 6 weeks ago, my Jagdpantha tank destroyer left Blighty on a boat bound for North Australia's busy port of Cairns. A museum has agreed to buy it for a wedge of dough. It's a big deal because it's the first one of its kind in Oz. So I've come down under to make sure the wheels don't come off.
Well, this is Cairns. This looks nice, doesn't it? I mean,
Brilliant.
I'd always wanted to come down to Australia for years and years. It reminds me of Southend seafront.
With sun.
Yeah, with sun, yeah.
In World War II, the docks at Cairns were strategically important for launching Allied attacks on the Japanese, and as a result, the town became an enemy target. But it's not history I'm concerned about right now. The boat carrying my blessed Jagdpantha has been and gone. So the twins are en route to collect it from the port and deliver the precious cargo to the curator.
Not a very big place, but there's a lot of little bits of it, isn't there? No, this is not it. It's definitely not it.
Lovely. All right, lovely. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. Really, really pleased with that.
A good deal is when both parties are happy, and I seem to have left Tim with a smile on his face. That was a great bit of local picking, but I'm starting to get worried. I haven't heard a peep out of the twins in hours. Hello?
Right, Bruce?
Have you found the tank yet?
Not yet, no. I mean, we've been looking everywhere.
Listen, he's got a brass band and everything with a big arrival of this thing. I'm going to look a right muppet if I turn up there and there's no tank.
I appreciate that, but
It's got to be there somewhere. A tank don't disappear.
any news, I'll let you know.
All right, bye.
OK. That went well.
I thought it might.
After lots of ringing around and driving around, we think we've tracked down the tank. Turns out it had gone into a kind of giant lost property office. Luckily, no one else has lost a 16-ton Jagdpantha recently.
Aha! There it is. Just sitting there. OK, Bruce is going to be a happy bunny.
Hello, Bruce.
Hello?
Yeah, we found it.
Oh, thank Right, listen, one here, I don't care which one of you it is, right? Tie yourself to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Do not let it out your sight, right?
Yeah, no, Nick's checking it out now. It looks fine.
Right, I'm coming down there now. Do not take your eyes off that tank. We're cutting it fine. And Bruce Crompton never, hardly ever, misses a deadline. And I'm determined to finish the job off in style. Oi! Cavalry's here!
Where you mean?
Find the truck! That thing's so small compared with this truck, it's untrue.
Is that oversized lorry or oversized Bruce?
This is how to arrive in style, because I was starting a little bit. I thought we'd lost it. Right, did it start up all right?
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, there's no issues, no drama, nothing, no?
No.
Right, OK, because they can't wait. So we're going to load up and go straight there, all right? OK. I've got to tell you, though, there's one little thing here. It's that nice, I don't want to let it go.
Bit late now, isn't it?
I'm like a proud father seeing his kid off on their first day at school. I'm so chuffed we've managed to pull this off. I'm going to have to leave, I'm going to cry in a minute.
Drive safely. See you at the museum.
Yeah, kangaroo, see me up there.
There you go, then. Find a taxi. Yeah.
I think the twins have done a grand job. Fixing up, then finding the Jagdpantha. But I hope Rob is equally impressed, or we're about to have a rather costly, awkward silence.
So did you hand paint the camo?
Yeah.
Good job.
That's the way it would have been done in a factory.
Yeah, yeah.
You're just going to untackle it all now, yeah? Rob,
Oh, yeah, Bruce.
pleased to see ya.
Yeah.
Listen, I hope, you know, they've kept you entertained.
They
But
have.
what do you think?
Mate, it looks fantastic.
Let's just hope it starts now. Would I be right in saying that there has never been a Jagdpantha 38T anywhere in the Southern Hemisphere?
I believe that to be correct, Bruce, yes. We're delighted to have it, Bruce, and thank the boys. I know they put a lot of heart and soul into it, and no, it looks fantastic, and we look forward to exhibiting it forever.
I can breathe easy. Mission accomplished. It breaks my heart to say goodbye to the tank, but these guys are clearly passionate about their history and delighted to have such a rare piece in their museum. Makes it all worthwhile. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say a couple of words. I had to say that I thought mine was the best. I've now had to retract that. Rob owns the best Hetzer anywhere in the world. It's been a real pleasure to take part in the restoration of this and to finally see it to come somewhere where, you know, people really appreciate what they're trying to build here. Three cheers for Rob! The back row! The back row! The back row! We had the best tanks. I can't believe it. I'm just stunned. That is all the armour for a tank destroyer. I can't believe our luck to be able to get something here that we can completely rebuild. We've got the body and a lot of the parts to start restoring a complete original World War II Jagdpantha. The SDKZF 173 Jagdpantha was a massive German World War II tank destroyer. They really were huge, weighing 46 tonnes with a giant 88mm gun. Just over 400 Jagdpanthas were made, of which very few still exist. It's been my lifelong dream to build something this big. These things done up are worth millions.
Yeah, but it looks to me as if they're all brand new parts.
That's the beauty of it. They are brand new original parts. The story of this is that the tank factory in Berlin where the Jagdpanthas were made was overrun by the Russians at the end of the war. And after the Berlin Wall came down, they came across a massive underground oil pit. drained it out, and all these original new Jagdpantha parts were at the bottom. Right? It's like a giant airfix kit that you just got to put together.
To be fair, Bruce, an airfix kit's one thing. You can do that in a weekend. This is going to take a bit more than a weekend.
I know, and we're going to need a lot of money. But that's why I've got a plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Come on, chop, chop, all in a day's work. Promise me this will start on the nose. There's a bag of donuts in the car if it does. To pay for the Jagdpantha build, I need to raise some money. Luckily, I have a buyer sniffing around for half-tracks, of which I have a few in various states of repair. Selling him 2 could bring in 300 grand. When you need to travel off-road, you want to do it in a half-track, which, as the name suggests, has wheels at the front and tracks at the back. The M3 is American. Over 40,000 were built in World War II. Many, like mine, in Ohio, by the White's Motor Company. They could handle steep slopes, sandy beaches and muddy fields. Used as troop carriers, mobile anti-tank guns and a host of other battlefield applications, the M3's also eye-catching, which is why they're now in demand. Right, come on, a tenor says it starts straight away. Let's imagine the Germans are coming. Right.
Go for it.
Do we have lift-off? There ain't even a spark there, is there? No spark means no donuts. An authentic White's M3 half-track like this can fetch as much as 25,000 quid, but only if it's in decent nick. Let's just hot wire it then.
Yeah, there's a bit of wire. Give that a go.
Hot wiring involves bypassing the ignition system by connecting the battery directly to the starter motor. It doesn't work on modern cars that have computer-controlled engines, and if you don't know how to do it, don't try.
Whoa,
nearly started.
Well, smoke coming out the ignition switch, that's probably not good.
Nearly.
Finally, we've done it.
The M3's tracks and wheels are caked with mud, but they're in good nick, which is good news because they're a nightmare to repair. The bad news is the thing is crawling at a snail's pace. There's a 6.3 litre engine in there that doesn't sound too happy.
I'm also going to try and sell a German 251 half-track, which was with an SS Panzer division, which surrendered in Austria in 1945. They could be used as troop carriers or missile launchers or 100 other different things, and often acted as support vehicles for tank regiments. The German half-tracks were less powerful than the American M3s, but they were lighter, so had a longer range. Because the Germans took such a pounding, not many 251s survive. So they're much rarer than American half-tracks, and hence about 10 times more valuable. The Germans had some very clever engineers, too clever sometimes. They loved adding lots of design features, but of course the more bits and bobs you put in, the more stuff there is to go wrong.
That way. Is that it?
What's happening?
You sure?
Nothing there. Why aren't we done here?
It's not turning.
What do you mean it's not turning?
I think
A noise coming from in here.
Is there?
Have a look at the inspection cover. If we've got a problem, I need to know now.
Whoa. There's a lot of vibration coming out of that diff.
Is there? Oh no.
Yeah. When a 251 turns, a set of gears called a diff or a differential, which connect to the drive shaft, control the individual speed of each wheel. If the diff is shot, the 251 won't be able to go round corners. The only way to find out is to open it up and take a look inside. It's bad. The differential's gears are chewed beyond repair. have a look at this.
Yeah.
I'm
You've
guessing
broken it.
somebody's had a go at it and they've not put the stuff back in the right position.
Oh no.
So because it's all out of alignment, it's smashed it to pieces.
Crikey.
Make going around corners a bit difficult.
That's really slaughtered that, isn't it?
This is a real headache. Each part in a 251 differential was individually precision engineered to work as a set. Building another from scratch would take months. So I need to find a replacement. Michelle, it's Bruce. I'm on the dog and bone to a contact in Eastern France. The differential on our 251 is kaput. Yeah, knackered, finished. My French contact has got a 251 diff. So to make sure the half-track deal happens quickly, Freddie and me are heading to France toot sweet.
While Bruce is away buying a replacement part for his German 251, we're working on the White's American M3. The other vehicle in his 300 grand half-track deal.
That's no good.
That's no good at all. I think it's only running on about 3 cylinders out of the 6.
Yeah.
Sounds terrible. Listening to an engine tells you a lot about it.
And this one sounds as though half of its cylinders aren't firing.
Cylinders are like arteries. They contain the pistons which deliver the power to an engine's heart. If only 3 out of 6 are firing, the M3 is massively underpowered.
Maybe there's a crack in the distributor cap or something like that, maybe.
The distributor sends an electric charge to the spark plugs, which in turn fire the cylinders and pistons. Any fault in the cap cover, and over time dirt and even worse, moisture, seep in and gum up the works. Luckily, we've got an extensive collection of World War II vehicle parts.
We've got that spare engine, we could take the bits off of that.
Yeah. The strength of a lot of American World War II military engineering is its simplicity. Vehicles could be fixed by soldiers who weren't mechanics.
So fitting a new distributor cap, taken from another engine, should be an easy job.
Oh, this is fantastic. It's like a new one.
I'm back from France to sell my German 251 and American M3 World War II half-tracks and make a wad of cash towards turning a stack of original parts into a Jagdpantha tank destroyer. The deal is worth 300k, but I'm worried because neither half-track is battle ready yet.
Okay.
To fit the new distributor cap, we have to remove the old one and its spark plug leads. You got spanners.
Yeah, what do you need?
What's that?
That's a 1/2 inch.
I've got some proper spanners in my toolbox. Can't get a stupid great thing in there.
Right. Hang on a minute. Right. 1/2 inch spanner.
It's going to fit. What else you got?
Oh, goodness sake. 9/16.
Just bring the whole toolbox. See what I have to pull out with. Tip from the top. You can't use the same tools to fix German and American vehicles. The German parts are metric and the American imperial.
Right.
That fits.
Does it? Oh, good. So I ain't running back down there again. There's definitely a crack there.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to do any harm to change it.
Right.
The cap does have a hairline crack, which might be reducing power to the spark plugs. Hopefully, the new distributor cap will get the M3 firing.
Burst into life.
Yeah. I hope so.
Racing version.
You're racing one, yeah?
That's going to be so fast. We're certainly faster than running on about 3 cylinders, isn't it?
Yeah. Good. Oh, well, that's cured that.
The boys have the M3 running well, but because working examples of 251s are so much rarer, the German half-track is far more valuable, so I need that up and running too.
It's the moment of truth. In France, Bruce took Michel's word that this 251 differential is in good nick.
I guarantee.
There's only one way to find out, and that's to open it up.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Right down.
If the diff's not in working order, it's 1,500 quid wasted on the part and a possible £250,000 deal down the pan. My son Lewis is lending me a hand. First time this has been open in 70 years. Oh, look at that.
I've got it.
Well, I think we're in luck. There don't seem to be any knackered teeth on there. Overall, for something that's over 70 years old, that's in pretty good condition, that. That's a relief. Just a quick pre-fit shot blast for the diff casing, and the 251 is good to go.
The repairs have gone well, but before I show the half tracks to the buyer, I want to know that the boys have got them in tip-top condition, so I need to put both vehicles through their paces. We'll do a direct comparison of the two, not only driving, but possibly firing. How's that float your boat?
Yeah, get the gun for.
To make sure they're in full working order, the challenge will be a test of cross-country speed and agility, exactly what half-tracks were invented for. Right, start engines! See me? See me? 3, 2, 1, go! Where are they?
Hey, right next to us. Come on, keep going. Come on, we're winning.
Hey, come on, baby! Approaching the hay bales, the German 251 takes an early lead, but the American M3 seems a bit more agile.
They're overtaking, come on. Every time I turn, it brakes. Come on, just keep going.
There's nothing wrong with the 251, but it's another example of German World War II over-engineering. Turning automatically activates the brakes on one side, which in theory helps it take corners.
Got it. Round again.
The American half-track is simpler to handle and has a lot more raw power.
Oh, no, they're ahead of us now.
Ready?
Go, go, go.
Go, go, go.
Come on, get away. Go.
I made up some time at the jerry cans, but I don't know if I got enough poke to catch the Dukes of Hazzard.
Even in a straight-line dash, there's no contest. The American M3 packs over 140 horsepower, and the German 251 just 100.
Ah, come on. Just got no guts in it. Come on. Ah.
Yay!
Lost that by a mile. I'll give him that one.
Yes.
Congratulations to the White's Motor Company, which sadly no longer exists, having been bought by Volvo. Anyway, both half-tracks are ready for sale. The German 251 will go for a lot more money than the American Whites, perhaps 10 times as much. But that's a reflection on rarity rather than quality. And selling them both will make me enough money to start building my Jagdpantha.
Now we've got our hands on a replacement fan belt for the GMC truck, we've got to pull our finger out and get it fixed.
That do.
Right, let's have a look.
Bruce is desperate to get his bird Panza, so he's already booked us onto a ferry from Dover. And the clock's ticking.
Right, have you the new belt?
Yeah, new belt. Goes over the fan belt, fan first.
Fan first, yeah?
Feed it round. You turn the fan.
Yeah, towards you.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Oh dear, that's a tight fit. Just need to get it onto that bottom crankshaft pulley.
Yeah. Right, can I have the tensioning tool, please?
Right.
The tension has to be just right. Too loose and it'll jump off the pulley and get chewed up. Too tight and it'll screw the bearings on the water pump and on the dynamo that charges the battery.
Excellent, do you want to give it a go?
Yeah.
Try it.
Just start it up. Start it up. Yeah. Yeah, okay. There we are then.
Everything else is good.
Beer and bratwurst, here we come. It's a strange feeling driving a deuce and a half to Dover. This same journey in the same truck was made by countless American soldiers during the war. By the time they were boarding, they'd have been getting very nervous.
Right, let's get out of here. I think we need a cup of tea.
Yeah, I couldn't bring these up, Kevin, but...
Oh, wow.
Right, please have a look at those. And this, Kevin, as you can see, is a 20mm deck-mounted anti-aircraft gun, right? Which would go on this boat.
That's the right deck mount, yeah.
Including the deck mount. Now, it is in absolutely brand new condition. It is right for this boat, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely right, yeah. It's a naval mount.
Now, you know, I'd love to see this on there, but it's all about the price, because it ain't cheap, Kevin. But I've got to stick to the figure that I want, and I'm asking £25,000 sterling.
I could see me paying 20 for it.
You know, 20, it's so rare, you know, at £25,000, I think it's a good price.
Could it be made to operate? Could it fire again?
A deactivated German anti-aircraft gun can be made to blank fire, but it takes expertise, a special kit and money to do it. I'll tell you, Kevin's no mug. You would like that firing?
If you can get that firing, I think we could have a deal.
I could get that working for you and invite you up to test fire it if you stick to the price I'm asking for £25,000.
That sounds good to me.
Done? This has been a good morning. If I can get the gun firing, I'll be quids in. Better still, Kevin's S-boat is just a shell, which means he needs lots of authentic parts for it, if I can find them.
We've transferred Kevin's Flak 38 gun onto a portable field mount that will allow Kevin to test fire it safely. Now we've got to get the whole thing out from the very back of the warehouse, which is easier said than done.
I'm wondering if we could just sort of jiggle it through.
We'll give it a go. 3, 2, 1.
Freddie and his boy Lewis are helping to move a ton of artillery to clear a path. More than a ton, probably.
Who's not pushing?
I'll just take the brake off now, shall I?
Which way? This way?
One more.
We got a path wide enough, but is it high enough?
1 second, I don't know if we've got clearance with the barrel.
Will that barrel come down more?
No. It's when we tried to lower the flak barrel that we discovered the first problem.
It's catching on that plate there.
Got one over here.
Try it now. Nearly. Go back a bit. Hold it. This is bent on the shaft there. Well, that's one thing. It's got to be fixed for a start.
An anti-aircraft gun is used to shoot at moving planes, so it needs to change direction quickly. That means there's a whole load of cogs, handles and hinges. It only takes one to be out of whack and the gun won't work.
This is not looking good, is it?
In the workshop, we stripped the gun down in order to get to the trigger mechanism.
What a pile of poo.
If you're on an anti-aircraft gun, you need your hands free to move the gun because you're trying to hit a moving plane. So the Flak has a foot-operated trigger. But there's something wrong with the pedal trigger, which is gumming up the works.
3, 2, 1.
The pedal trigger is connected to the gun's firing mechanism by a pair of connected vertical hinges, but they're sitting at the wrong angle.
It's broken round here. And the world's gone, hasn't it? It's jamming it all up. It's not even touching the trigger now, so I might have to put the heat on it, actually. Yeah. So get it straightened up, then we'll weld.
Yeah. Before welding the hinge back on, we have to prepare the surrounding area, scouring off the old flaky paint and metal.
The cleaner you can get it, the better, really.
We take an angle grinder to one of the supporting struts,
And a bit of heat allows us to correct the angle of the hinge. Then we use the MIG welder to fix the mechanism back in place. We've got it. Not very pretty, but it looks pretty straight. Working really smoothly. Now all we need to do is reassemble the gun ready for Bruce to show it off.
Time to head to a firing range in Suffolk. and put it to the test.
It's a proper range here, mate.
I like it, yeah.
Now look at this, eh? Ideal, eh?
Lovely day, Brett.
But it's going to be storm clouds if Bruce don't complete this cell. He's sunk a few grand into getting this gun sorted for Kevin, and his nerves are showing.
What time did you tell him to
Well,
be here?
the boys should be here at any time. We can set it up and away we go from now.
But listen, I want to fire it before he gets here, so there's no monumental cock-ups, right?
All right.
So it has got to work, all right?
Look, sounds like here they come.
Hold it, hold it. All right, let him go round
Here they
there.
are. Look at that, boy.
Where's the barrel? Where's the gun?
It's there, calm down. It's all underneath. You can't drive along with it like that, can you?
I'm nervous, mate, very, very nervous.
Have faith,
I have
boss.
faith.
I'm glad Oos is in such good spirits, but it ain't his cash on the line. Once I hear that gun pop, I'll be able to relax a little.
Somewhere there?
Yeah?
We get the mount into a good spot, and it's time to separate it from the trailer.
Away you go, Phil, because I ain't got a clue.
Right, OK, now this pulls up and that drops down to the ground.
Oh, it comes out the way.
Oh, how clever.
Ta-da!
Here he comes, look. Do you want a hand?
Yeah, all right.
Right, now time for licensed armourer Andrew to get involved. Only he can legally convert Kevin's gun to fire again.
All right, Andrew, yeah?
Yep, lovely.
The blanks don't give the same recoil as a live round, so you fit a restrictor which narrows the barrel. This gives the gun the pressure it needs to reload and fire automatically.
Done.
Yes. What a lovely fit. That's awesome, mate. It looks the part, if anything. I'll just keep my fingers crossed it works now.
Yeah.
Yeah?
The mag containing the blanks is loaded into place. Who's cocks the gun?
Lovely.
Everyone's ready. Everyone has their ear defenders in.
Everyone's clear of the muzzle?
Fire in the hole. Firing!
Or not?
I can't believe it. Kevin's about to arrive after driving hundreds of miles and the gun ain't working.
Firing!
No. Try one at a time.
Yeah, if we've got the other mag, we can drop the other mag on.
Can you grab the other mag, Phil?
For whatever reason, the first magazine wasn't locking into place, which means the gun won't cock. Time to try a fresh one.
Push it in.
It ain't snapping in. It's not taking it.
That's in now, isn't it?
No, look.
No, that's not locking in.
I'm an ex-paratrooper and I've fired a lot of guns. When a magazine refuses to go in, you need some expert wrist action and a bit of muscle.
So. It's in.
Locked.
Yep.
Perfect.
Lovely. Ready to go then.
So, cock it, yeah?
Yep.
Bonza.
OK. Right, fire in the hole.
I know you shouldn't pray for a gun to go off, but I can't help it. Please go bang.
Firing!
Yes! Thank you, thank you.
As far as I'm concerned, job done. I'm happy with that.
OK.
And just in time, because here comes the man from Del Monte.
There he is. How you doing, all right?
All right, mate, you all right?
Remember him, the man?
Yes, I do. How are you?
All right. Now, I know you've come a long way, but I can assure you your trip has not been in vain.
Good.
So please
Right.
step this way.
Lovely.
Now, as we agreed, if it works, £25,000, that was what we agreed if you're happy.
That's a deal's a deal.
Lovely. I'm inserting around. Can you cock it now? This is
Right.
now live. What I'd like you to do, Kevin, when you're ready, have a go yourself.
25 grand hangs on this gun going off without a hitch.
Ready?
Yeah?
Old artillery is notoriously temperamental.
Fire in the hole. Yes! Fantastic. Fire in the hole.
That sounds great. Happy days.
But is it enough to get Kevin a par with his 25 big ones?
All been done properly with the correct components, so I hope you're happy. The deal is £25,000.
Agreed.
Thank you.
Great.
That's fantastic.
Good deal.
It's cost £2.5 grand in parts alone to get Kevin's gun working. But I've still made a fair few grand on the deal. Add to that the money for the portholes and other bits and bobs, and I'm a happy man.
We've got to go to the pub while you pack all this lot away. All right. We have to seal the deal with a bit of liquid refreshment, all right? Job done.
Yeah, Phil, Nick, Freddie, come and have a look at these little gems that have turned up. Freddie, you must be able to see what that is.
Turn it up the other way, it looks like a British drop container.
Exactly right. It's a British drop container. And this is a German Fallschirmjäger drop container in good condition. When paratroopers jumped out of planes, these drop canisters were pushed out after them. In effect, it's their luggage, except they weren't packed with sun cream and holiday novels. I picked up these because there's a client of mine willing to pay dearly for full, authentic paratrooper kits. Not just the canisters, parachutes, arms, equipment, the whole works. German, British and American. I want to repack it with exactly the right contents that it would have had for the model. You know, by the time you've spruced this up, opened it, put all the gear in and it looks right, that'll be a lovely item that I've got a guy already that will take. The Fallschirmjäger container can be spruced up and repacked, but the British one is too historically significant to be restored. This one, Freddie, is for you. It's come from the Battle of Arnhem. So this is a bit of British airborne history. We need to get it coated with some sort of rust preserver or whatever, but it's got to retain its originality as something that's been sat on a drop zone for 70 years, you know? See if you can work your magic.
Different drop containers contain different things, from guns and grenades to radios and blankets. For the German one to be packed authentically, we need to do some detective work.
It's got the serial number and he's got this, the manufacturer's code, because they used codes during the war.
The serial number's a good start, but we need somebody who knows what it means. And I know just the fella, a Dutch bloke called Mark Van Til. Hello, Mark, how you doing?
Fine, how you doing? I did some research on the FL numbers.
Right, OK, and what was in that one?
Yours had ammunition, there was also a radio inside, and then all protected by those cushions made of horsehair.
Horsehair?
Yes.
If you're going to drop a radio out of a plane, I suppose you need some sort of padding. And in this case, horsehair. Does it matter what colour the horse is or not? Sue's horse is black and white and it's going to be bald shortly. My client's prepared to pay handsomely, but only if everything is 100% authentic, down to the smallest detail. Now that's the challenge. I'm after any sort of good airborne equipment. You got anything you can help me with?
I might have for you something special. A complete German paratrooper uniform.
What, original, all like 100% pucker?
It's perfect, Bruce. Really, like mint condition.
Put a Brucey sticker on that and I'll make arrangements to get out there ASAP.
No problem at all.
All right, mate. Look after yourself, Mark.
Thank you. Have a nice day, Bruce.
Well, we've had a touch there, mate. Yeah, listen,
Brilliant.
it's right up my street. Yeah. Let's go and get sorted out with this container, right? I'll go and get these clippers, but we've got to do this on the quiet, right?
Yeah, right.
You can shave the horse's backside,
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, great.
We've never restored a drop container before, but it's always fun to work on a new bit of military kit.
If you sort those wheels out, I'll get the oil can and go round everything that moves. There's a problem with this handle. I think this hole is actually too small. I'll file it out. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
These canisters were dropped with the wheels and the handle tucked away inside. Once the troopers had landed, it meant they could cart the canister to a safe place. Bruce wants this kept with its original paint and functioning just as it would have 70 years ago.
Done.
Now all we've got to do is find out what would have gone in it.
According to Bruce, the ammo boxes, the radio and all the stuff for the drop container are in here somewhere.
To make the Fallschirmjäger drop container complete, it needs to be packed with all sorts of stuff. Luckily, we have all sorts of stuff in the storeroom.
Are you sure they're in here?
Apparently.
Well, do we want a radio and ammo boxes?
Stuff down here I didn't even know we still had. Oh, that one feels heavy. Probably full of money. We have to fill a container with historically authentic kit, of which we have quite a bit, arranged carefully in large heaps.
You all right back there?
Yeah, I think I've just found Narnia. We'll see what we've got out here and how much goes in, and then if we need more, we'll have to come back. Mark in Holland was able to tell us what went in the Fallschirmjäger container, but how it went in is anyone's guess. Put the radio in about the middle.
Yeah?
Yeah. Drop that in. These drop containers had a maximum load capacity of 118 kilos, but they generally only filled them to about 90 to avoid heavy landings.
The wheels can go in.
A normal platoon needed around 14, and they were colour-coded so they'd know what was in each one.
Push.
There we go. That's why you don't do your own packing, isn't it? Yeah.
This British drop container is known as a Klee, and this one was dropped in the famous Battle of Arnhem. It's such an important historical artefact. Bruce wants it preserved rather than restored. But I think if we can get the off first.
Yeah, give it a bit of a rub.
Yeah, then we'll get some of that rust converter on and see how it goes.
OK, have you got a wire brush there?
Yeah. Most military relics are metal and have often been left in dusty barns and garages for decades, exposed to the moist air, which makes the iron oxidise and rust. To sort it, the first thing you need is elbow grease. I just hope there's something left at the end of all this. Now it's the right way up, it makes a bit more sense. You've got obviously some straps of parachutes.
Yeah.
Some others inside there. You've got the handle for opening.
It still moves as well, yeah.
We'll have to see what this magic lotion does.
Yeah.
From what I understand, it turns iron oxide into iron phosphate. That stops it decaying any further. Rusting is a chemical process, and you need chemicals to stop it. Turning iron oxide into phosphate strengthens the metal and makes the colour darker and richer. Now it's just the old tube. Right, it's got some historical value, but 70 years ago at Arnhem, that metal container could be the difference between life and death.
Yeah.
I'm back home for America and champing at the bit to see how Phil, Nick and Freddie have got on. Well, howdy there, boys. I'm back and I'm all hamburgered out, but I'm desperate to see how the drop containers come out. All done?
Yeah, it's all done. It's all around there.
I'm excited. I'm very excited. Can we go and show me treasure?
Right.
I've even brought nice weather back for you, look.
Yeah.
Oh, did you do what I asked for the drop? Have you kitted it out with all the stuff?
It's all in there.
Let's have a look. So it's kitted out as it would have been in 1944-45, yeah?
Yep.
I've got a buyer for that, the parachute from America, the container, and the uniform from Holland. So the whole lot's going to one bloke. Ah, magic. Listen, let me tell you, that is exactly what the client wants. He is going to be thrilled, absolutely thrilled. The drop container, did you do anything to that, the British one?
Yeah, we're giving it a special coating on that now, so the rust won't get any worse. That'll stay like it is now.
That's all I want to do. My client's kit took a bit of tracking down, but it's more than paid off. Freddie and the twins have done a cracking job, and now my World War II paratrooper ensemble is worth a good deal more than the sum of its parts. Even including my travel expenses, I'm looking at a very satisfactory profit. But well done, very well done.
We've stripped down the Panzer IV engine to see what we're up against. This impressive engine was made by Maybach. They started out making massive engines that powered Zeppelins and became so highly regarded they ended up becoming part of Daimler-Benz. But big is what they did best. How's it going, Lewis?
Oh, I've got the oil pumps in.
drive shaft in with the gear. Oil filters on. That's the good news. The bad news is the rocker shaft.
The power comes from the engine's 12 cylinders.
At the top of the cylinders sit valves, and the thing that opens and shuts the valves is the rocker shaft.
But the rocker shaft is shot. It's a big, beautiful engine, but right now it wouldn't power a scooter.
All this valve gear is completely shot away.
Oh no.
All these the wheels have got flats on them, they're ball pit corroded. That one's really bad.
Oh, no.
Looks like, looking at them, I think we're going to have to replace the whole lot. So we're going to have to find one of these.
OK, I better go and make a few phone calls then.
OK, all right.
OK, see you in a bit.
Bruce needs to get his cash back quick on this engine, so the heat is on to find a new 300 horsepower Panza IV Maybach V12 rocker shaft.
OK, well, thanks for the trouble anyway.
Which is easier said than done.
It's a glorious day, and the M8 I bagged for Brucey is here, on time and under budget.
Oh! Nice, very, very nice. Run all right, yeah?
Good, yeah.
How much?
37.
You got it for 37.
37. I'm loving the look on Brucey's face. Just 37k and this thing is perfect.
Where's the guns?
Almost perfect. For 37, this is what we bought.
No wonder it's 37, mate. The 30 cal is up to 2 grand.
Right.
The 50 cal is up to 3 grand. That's 5 grand. Honestly, have you not got...
No, sold a C, mate.
The Greyhound was famous for going fast, for having a turret on top and being armed to the teeth. As well as the main gun, it had a lethal Browning M1919 and a Browning M2HB. And neither of those two rare weapons do I have in my back pocket.
So you saying now we're short because of
Yeah,
the
we're
guns?
well short, mate. We ain't quids in. We ain't nearly quids in.
I just hope he doesn't notice the turret.
Everything inside all right?
As far as I know,
Turret work and everything?
I haven't tested it. I'll do that now.
Did you make the turret spin?
No.
What do you mean?
No, this is not working.
What do you mean it's not working? It should be a hand turret mechanism in there.
Jammed.
Check M8 is working, buy for 45, sell for 50. Simple. An M8's turret should spin 360 degrees, the same rotation as Uzi's neck in a minute.
You had a go at me about an engine, and I've left you to do a simple deal like this. And you was going to prove me wrong.
Well, leave it to me.
You was going to do a better deal than I could do on that wonderful engine that you was whinging about.
OK.
So far, you're quids down.
Just give me time to try and redeem myself with this.
Over to you. I'll be back short.
Thank you.
Instead of fixing Bruce's Panzer tank engine, Hoos has begged us to fix the sticky turret on the American Greyhound.
Nick, is Phil in now?
Yeah.
Phil,
Yeah.
how's it looking now?
Well, nearly got it off. Hang on a minute.
I'm just gutted, mate. I've already been calling around to try and replace the 2 missing big machine guns. If the twins can't fix this turret, I'm well and truly in the doghouse.
Problem seems to be the turret's 2-speed gearbox. That's the mechanism which allows you manually to turn the gun turret in both directions. I can tell you now,
We'll sort it out
it's
now.
not repairable. It's got a hole right through the middle of it. It's taken a hit.
You serious, yeah?
Yep.
So how bad is it?
It's been shot at.
It's got a shell hole right through it and right through here.
Right.
It's actually quite surprising this Greyhound has taken a hit.
M8s don't have the thickest armour, but they go like the blazes with a top speed of 90 kilometres an hour. So for a tank with a slow-moving turret, they're really hard to hit. Unfortunately for Hoos, this Greyhound got hit where it hurts.
That is bad, mate. It's something that I didn't want to really spend more money on.
It's a rare item.
I
mean, not something that would normally go wrong.
Got to look online and see what the prices are.
You're in over your head already.
I'm deep over my head now. All right, listen, thanks, guys, yeah?
All right, no
See you
worries.
later. Time to take a sneak peek in Bruce's little black book of contacts. I need to find a couple of guns and gearbox, and quick. I'm on the road to redemption, otherwise known as the A12 to Colchester. I've come to see a bloke Bruce met recently called Gavin. who is supposed to be the nearest thing to Sergeant Bilko. As well as having American heavy machine guns, he's got a garage stuffed so high with spare vehicle parts, even he doesn't know what he's got. Hello, Gavin.
Hello.
Hello, mate, right?
Hello.
I'm Hoos, mate.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
And you.
Thanks
and
for
you.
your time.
No worries.
Yeah, Gav, you know, we spoke on the phone about me coming down, taking a look at 50 cal, 30 cal machine guns.
Yeah.
I've got a bigger problem. As you can see, while we're looking around the M8 checking it out, we've realised that the gearbox, as they say, for the turret's broken.
I can see she's seen better days, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Lovely, mate.
Yeah. Ah, what do we got here? It's not there. Here we are.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, now we're talking. That's the one, isn't it? Does it work?
Try it.
That's in good working order, that.
Yeah.
Look, what sort of price are you looking for that, Gav?
To be honest, I haven't got an M8 anymore, so don't really need it. But I'd like about £1,000.
Now, I may be desperate for this thing, and goodness knows where I'll find another one, but Gavy's admitted he has no use for it. Mate, that's really steep. I was thinking more of about £300.
300?
Yeah. It's just sitting there doing nothing.
Cost you more than that to have it made. Maybe if I come down to 700.
Right, look. I'll make you one offer. I'll even chuck in the other one. You can keep that one. But I'll give you £500 for it, plus we might even be looking at doing a deal with the 50 cal and the 30 cal.
Go on then.
Mate,
Yeah.
lovely.
Go
Thank
on.
you so much.
It's yours.
Bruce gave me a budget of 45k tops for the M8, and I got it for 37. So I've still got 7 or 8 grand to play with here.
Yeah, so the machine guns are just in here on the tank house. Here we go, look.
Oh, lovely.
130 calibre.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Fully deactivated with certificates.
Lovely. That's a nice one. Yeah, that's nice, mate. 50 cal the same?
50
Paperwork for
cal,
that?
50 cal, yeah, paperwork, all certificated, made by the AC Spark Plug Company, look.
Spark Plug Company made machine guns, yeah?
Yeah, there you go.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
Look, mate, I want both of them. You know, let's do a deal with this. What sort of price are you thinking about?
Realistically, I'd like around 4.5 grand.
That's within budget, but still not cheap. Time for the Who's haggle. 4,500?
Yeah.
Mate, that's a bit too rich for me, mate. I'll tell you what, 2,500.
That'll probably just buy you that one.
I think the best that I can do to take these off your hands is about 3,500. I can't go no steeper than that, mate. No credit card?
No credit.
Cash, mate, yeah?
Only.
Off your hands, deal done. If you're interested, mate. If you want to get rid of them.
3.5.
3.5.
Go on then.
Lovely.
Done.
Thank you. Gavin is a good man. 2 guns and a turret gear for 4 grand, which still leaves me 4 grand under Bruce's budget. That's a good deal. I'm happy with that. Nice one.
Oh, yeah. Look what I've got.
Cup of tea?
After a lot of ringing around, we managed to find a Panzer IV Maybach V12 rocker shaft and a couple of Maybach fuel pumps to match.
Let's see what they're like. Oh, that's a rare piece of kit. And there's another one. Yeah, 2 of these.
Big engines have to cope with big stresses. A Panzer tank guzzles a gallon of fuel every mile, so the fuel pumps see a lot of action.
There we go.
What's impressive about this 72-year-old engine is the quality of the precision crafting. Compared to its American counterpart, the M4 Sherman, the Panzer IV is probably, from the engine up, a better tank.
But German factories, with their slave labour, couldn't compete with American mass production techniques.
The Germans produced less than 9,000 Panzer IVs. The Americans produced 49,000 Shermans. It's not often said, but the decisive battle of World War II was the battle of the factories, and this is why the Allies won hands down.
Oh, Bruce is going to love this, isn't he? It looks really good. Right then, done.
Nick, Phil!
Yeah. And right on cue is Hoos, with yet more work for us.
Take a look at this boy.
Some goodies.
Now that I've got the replacement M8 turret gearbox and guns, Bruce's deal and my fate lie in the hands of the twins. Right, let's go, boys. Job 1, the turret's 2-speed gearbox. Phil.
What?
Does it fit?
Oh, no, it doesn't.
Phil, don't wind me up, mate.
Yeah, it does, actually.
Great.
It fits, but does it work?
Yeah.
Phil, come on, mate, what are you saying? I'm not happy until I see this thing move left to right, yeah? Seriously. Go on, Phil. Go on, Phil. Yeah? Yeah? Hold up, hold up! Yeah, but it's working. Nice one. Yeah.
Seeing that big cannon start to move is a massive weight off my shoulders. A big, hairy, Bruce-shaped weight.
Cop hold of that, son.
Next, the big guns.
Make it a nice, complete piece of machinery. All right, Phil, yeah? Here we go. Look at that. Is that all right? Right, let's get the 50 cal man on. All right, now? Right, I will pass this on to Phil first.
OK.
Oh, mate, that's a dream, man.
Look at that.
Yeah, boy!
It's a monster, isn't it?
Say hello to my friend.
I can't wait to show Bruce, so I'm taking some happy snaps of the new, fully functioning American M8 Greyhounds. Practically perfect in every way.
Who's? Hello?
Did you get it?
Yeah, I got the photo.
Yeah, what do you reckon?
It looks real nice.
Yeah, it looks a beast, man. I'll tell you, mate.
What about a turret?
Got the part for the turret. Phil and Nick were really helpful, mate. Helped me get it all put together. You know, set it all up in there. You know, I know that stopped me for a while to do the stuff, but I've had a good deal out of it, mate, yeah?
I know, but under budget or on budget?
Come to about 41, right? Still under the mark. So you owe me a bonus.
Your bonus is knowing that my job ain't a walk in the park. Listen, give the customer a call, tell him the M8's ready, and just get it done, all right?
All right, I'll catch it. I'll give you a call later on tonight.
Bye-bye, bye. The Mad Turk has managed to pull it off, but now he's expecting a bonus.
Cheeky, he'll have to share that.
We'll see, mate. All right, he's done well, he's
Good
done
man.
well. All right.
Yeah.
We've made a pleasing little profit on that and also brought back to life a wonderful American M8 Greyhound.
Listen, I better give the Dynamic Duo a call. I left them a note to make sure them Panzerschrecks get finished. Panzerschrecks are a German anti-tank rocket launcher, and I've left the twins 2 rusty ones dug up from a battlefield as an early Christmas present. I want them restored and working for a big client of mine. He's an armourer who supplies weapons for the film industry.
What's it done here? That's pretty. It's a present of a load of rust. Morning, gentlemen. These are Panzerschrecks. Please try to work your magic by any means possible. Have fun, Bruce.
American rocket-powered anti-tank weapons called bazookas were so effective the Germans wanted their own.
The answer was the Panzerschreck.
Soldiers would hide in hedgerows with them, and then when an unsuspecting tank came along, boom!
These Panzerschreck look like solid rust. Making them fire again will take a miracle.
They've been in the ground for about 70 years, but
look at it, yeah. It's one thing restoring a vehicle found in a barn, but a rocket launcher fresh from the ground?
I hope our tetanus jabs are up to date.
What on earth are we going to do with them? Earth.
Sandblasting in this condition would crumble them into nothing.
Maybe if we... about that electrolysis.
Well, we'll give it a try, see what happens. We can't, nothing to lose, have you, really? Electrolysis is a way of separating rust from metal using electricity. You put your rusty whatever in a bath and electrocute it.
Don't try this at home.
Lower this in.
This is the first time we've ever done this, so it's quite exciting.
Have a 12-volt transformer, which is more than enough. The Panzerschreck and a metal plate are connected with wires to make an electric circuit. That's there. You need a good connection on there, cleaned up. We're adding soda crystals, which will make the water even better at conducting electricity.
I could sprinkler this in there.
Yeah, just put... Then we turn on the power and remember not to put our hands in the water. We have liftoff.
It looks like it's working already. The current is separating the rust molecules from the metal. But there's a lot of rust to get through.
It's not a quick process, so...
We'll leave it overnight.
Yeah, see what it's like in the morning.
What we got here, is this cooked yet, you reckon? Oh, ugh, that's disgusting.
Bruce has asked us to turn a heap of rust into a working German bazooka, or Panzerschreck. We've left it to soak overnight in water, charged with electricity.
Now to see if the magic alchemy has worked.
I hope it's not just the two handles sticking out here. All right, here we go then. Ooh. Oh, wow, look at that. Goodness me. You wouldn't have thought that would do that, would you?
That was really thick on there.
Yeah, I mean, that was...
Ooh, it looks promising, but I wonder how much of the rocket launcher is left underneath all that brown goo.
Give it a rinse off. I'll keep that away.
A quick squirt with a hose and a brush down, and we should have a clean Panzerschreck.
Or no Panzerschreck.
It's taken it right back to bare metal, hasn't it?
This is amazing. The Panzerschreck has come back from the grave. It looks a bit battered, but with a bit of luck, it'll fire again. A quick coat of red oxide primer to stop the rust returning. And then a coat of colour. The Germans call Dunkelgelb.
Well, this is how it would have come from the factory, just in this plain colour.
Like vehicles, Panzerschrecks were issued in this light yellow-brown paint. Then camouflage colours were added by the soldiers, depending on the landscape they were hiding in.
I mean, the more random, the better. I've lost... Where is it? Is it there? Where at? Yep, that looks pretty good, that does. It's better than the old Sistine Chapel.
Job done.
Bruce wants this Panzerschreck to fire again to impress a client, so we need to send it off to the armourers to make sure it's battle-ready and firing fit.
Well, hopefully, with what we've got here, we're going to be able to put a whole Piat gun together.
While the twins are doing up the German Panzerschreck, Bruce has given me a box of bits for a British equivalent, the Piat anti-tank missile launcher. Now he wants a complete one. This is going to be tough, so I've called in my son Lewis to help.
Right, where should we start? Let's have a look what we've got in here first.
Where's the manual?
We didn't get a manual, unfortunately.
It's like a 70-year-old jigsaw, except there's no picture on the cover. Piats were dropped behind enemy lines for use by British paratroopers. So the Piat needed to be simple to assemble, use and repair.
So let's go with the foresight first. And then we want the rear sight. So I've got your range, the stand at the front. Let's try that trigger mechanism. That is obviously the old shoulder thing.
So far, so good, but now we need to fit the spring.
The power of that spring projects that round out the front of the Piat towards the enemy target. Without this spring, it will just trickle out the end. So this has got a bit of oomph in it.
The Piat had to fire a heavy anti-tank round the length of 3 football pitches at about 80 metres a second. That takes a big spring tightly compressed.
So now what we've got to do is squash all that up into there. You ready? You got it?
No.
Hurry up.
Back. Slowly, slowly.
I can't help feeling I'm at the wrong end of the spring here.
Push. There it is.
Hurry up.
Right, hold it.
Anything?
Push. Go on.
Any?
That's on now.
Oh, there we go.
That's the spring compressed. Now to fit it.
Now that obviously drops down in there. Ooh, easy.
Perfect.
Hopefully it'll work.
Yeah.
Good job we put it together and not Bruce, though.
One Piat ready for action.
I brought you to my mate's scrapyard here because we can blow loads of stuff up here. Time to show off some of my wares. I have a potential buyer for my Panzerschreck, and he wants to see a demo before he commits to the deal. Well, listen, Tony, I'm really pleased that you've managed to come up here today. Tony is a top armourer for TV dramas and big Hollywood movies. He wants to build up his stock of authentic World War II kit that looks the business when it goes off. When it comes to bangs, for Tony, the bigger the better. Just wanted to demonstrate why there should be more Panzerschrecks in these movies that you get involved in. The twins have done a cracking job on them Panzerschrecks and tell me that one of them is in a fit state to fire. I hope, for everybody's sake, they're right. Right, gents. Freddie, this is Tony.
Freddie.
This is Hoos. This is Ian. Demonstrating a newly renovated Panzerschreck needs an expert's touch, and there's nothing ex-para mate Ian doesn't know about World War II rocket launchers. Ian's like Bazooka Joe. He lives for anti-tank weapons.
Right, this is a Panzerschreck, or Tank Terror, yeah? It's an 88mm recoilless rocket launcher. OK, it's effective up to about 150 metres. The bloke's camouflaged it. If that was in that hedgerow over there, you'd be trundling down the road. The first time you'd see it is when the side of your tank exploded.
So much for the sales talk. Now the demonstration, which will hopefully seal the deal. To make it more spectacular, we've set up a target on water to make a big splash, so to speak. Who's going to fire, by the way?
Let's do it. Right, take control of the weapon. Get it in your shoulder. That's it, that goes in your shoulder. Yeah?
Yep.
Right, that boat over there is your target.
OK.
Does that feel comfortable?
Yeah, mate, it's nice.
Yeah?
Load me up.
When you're ready,
right,
pull the trigger. Fire.
That's astounding. That was wicked.
How'd you hit that?
Mate, did it out the water.
That was gobsmacking. Even I was impressed. I'm not sure if I want to sell it now. Well, Tony, what do you think about that? I mean, awesome, wasn't they?
Amazing. Absolutely impressed.
Yeah.
What price are you putting on?
Right, well, I'll cut you a really good deal. The Panzerschreck is £2,000, and like that's the best deal I can do for you. And you can see they do exactly what they were designed to do.
They certainly do.
You happy with them, yeah?
Yeah, amazing.
But I'm not letting Tony go yet. Freddie and Lewis have assembled the spring-loaded British pier. If this is half as spectacular as the Panzerschreck, I might be outsselling the pair. Have you ever seen these fired side by side?
No, never. Never seen them together, what they compare like.
That's basically like a massive car spring.
Really?
I mean, it's no fun. Who's firing this?
I'm firing it.
Okay.
Yeah, good luck to you, mate.
I'm looking forward to it, mate.
Right, shall we leave him to it? He looks dangerous, that thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, before you use it, first thing you've got to do is make it ready, so you've got to cock it. Turn it. Right, now pull it up.
What? It's coming up. You're not going to laugh, are you?
Right, that's up, yeah? Yeah. Welcome to my world, Hoos.
Man, that was hard, man.
Imagine doing that in the middle of a battle.
Let's do this, man.
Keep it in your shoulder, mate.
Stay up.
Right, there's your target straight ahead. The maroon car.
Right.
All right?
Yeah.
Right, fire when you're ready.
£10 says he doesn't get anywhere near the target.
No. Still inside that. Did you see that?
That was Tony's car.
It just cost me a tenner each.
So it was a bit of kickback on it, but it was really good.
Really good. Very well, mate. I've got to be honest with you. You've even hit the thing and blown it to pieces, mate.
That was excellent.
Yeah. I've got to be honest, sir, the Panzerschreck's starting to take second place now. I'd rather have one of them. Well, Tony, what do you think about that? I mean, awesome, wasn't it?
That was impressive.
You sold it to me.
Yeah. Now I ask you, how could anybody not want to buy one of these?
I'm going to take them both.
Well, listen,
Just
obviously,
fantastic.
I'm going to do them at a great price for you.
Yeah.
The pier is £3,000. And that is a really good deal, Tony. Believe me, I've got to tell you, you won't see a pier for under £4,000. You happy with them, yeah?
I'm impressed with
And
them.
I'll fire them
Cheers,
for
mate.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sold them both to another happy customer. And all credit to Dead-Eyed Dick, the Mad Turk. I'm really pleased with the way they perform. And I can't believe you, honestly.
Yeah.
You can't even win a goldfish at a fair. And he's hit everything, isn't he? Yeah. No, that's great, mate.
Excellent
Absolutely marvellous.
And how about you? What are you up to?
Bruce wants us to fix this motorcycle starter thing up.
Good luck with that one then.
Yeah, thank you. See you later.
Yeah.
Bruce bought this super rare bit of German kit from a seller in Italy for a dizzying €8,000. and apparently it's to help crank-start World War II military trucks. Bruce thinks if we can get this thing working again, he's looking at a 4-figure profit.
The problem is, it's so rare and so old, no instruction manual exists for it.
This is the only picture we've got out of an old German manual. There's not a lot to go on. Going by this picture, it's difficult to tell, but I think it is the bike is starting the truck.
Throughout World War II, they were still using starting handles or hand cranks to get vehicles going, on everything from trucks and tanks to planes. This thing, we think, was designed to speed things up.
So you've got the motorcycle wheel fits in here, turns these.
Then you've got a hexagonal shaft that comes out of there.
Yeah.
And it looks like there's just a tube that goes between the two. And then the shaft goes into the front of the truck, which is probably similar to a starting handle.
Unfortunately, there's a vital part missing, and that's the rotating metal shaft, which translates the spinning of the motorbike wheel to the engine you're trying to start.
The shaft part of it, all right, it sort of makes sense, but...
I'm really worried about this because it looks dangerous to me.
Well, that's another thing.
Yeah. So our mission is to design and build from scratch the missing metal shaft, with only a picture to work from.
And on top of that, Bruce wants it done by the time he gets back from Russia.
Right, OK, then let's get to it. Let's crack on with this. Right, let's get this sorted out.
We've been mulling things over during one of our very rare tea breaks, and we think we might have come up with a design for the rotating metal shaft that's missing from Bruce's World War II engine starter.
Right, you've got the hexagonal bar.
Yeah, I'll sort
the end up first.
Yeah.
And just cut it to length.
We're machining 3 lengths of steel. One will slot into the axle of the machine that the motorbike wheel sits on. That links into the central shaft. And the 3rd length of steel goes into the truck's engine.
That's OK like that?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
The starter machine was used to crank start vehicles of different heights. That's why you need a flexible starter handle made up of 3 shafts, and the shafts need to be linked with 2 universal joints that will twist in any direction. It doesn't sound like it would work, but it does.
At least we hope it does. It wants to be a good fit.
Yep, that'll do. Right, that should go on to the universal joint, and that should slide straight into the bike starter. Next, we're using an old World War II cranking handle as a guide to base the end tip of the new rotating arm on. This will insert into the crank hole of one of Bruce's German trucks called a Steyr.
That's 22 there, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's dead on then. Perfect. Right, so we've got the bit that goes into the actual starter, and we've got the bit that goes into the front of the Steyr now, so we just need to make sure it all fits.
Right.
We're recreating the most complicated crank handle we've ever seen for starting wartime German vehicles. OK, moment of truth then. Let's see if these fit, shall we?
Yeah, OK.
Right. This one goes in here, or should.
That'll do.
Go, look at that. Spot on. Right, that's that one done.
I'm going to try this one.
The one on the Steyr.
The Steyr 1500A was a German troop carrier and is the closest vehicle Bruce owns to the one in the picture.
Let's just hope it fits. That's it, you're in.
Oh, that's all right.
That's good. Perfect. We're at least halfway there. Just need to join all these bits together and get it working.
To connect the 3 tubes, we've welded the universal joints in place. So now, in theory, the rotation of the motorbike's wheels will turn the starter machine's drum, and the rotational movement will travel along the articulated arm and crank starts the engine.
I think we're there now, aren't we? That's it.
Just try that bit there first.
All right, if you can back over there a bit. Hang on. Oh, hang on.
Turn a bit.
That's it. There, look at that. Perfect.
Into the truck.
That's ideal.
How are we getting on? Started yet?
No, not yet.
Well, it looks good, I've got to tell you. Even if it don't run, it looks the part. When I found this machine in Italy, I knew I'd struck gold. I know buyers of German kit that will be fighting to be the one to own this. I'm desperate for this to come off. So have you worked out everything, how it all works?
Yeah, we think we've got it.
Right, OK.
As per the picture.
Have you guys had a chance to test this out?
No, this is the first go.
So the chances of something going drastically wrong are actually...
50-50.
Yeah. But if you start whizzing round and round, what's your safe word?
Help.
This is the only example of this bit of kit I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of German kit. This is my version of hauling up the Mary Rose.
OK, then, Freddie, you want to jump on the bike? You can do the holding of the handle, and I'll do the difficult bit, turn the ignition on.
And I'll do the extremely difficult bit of watching.
What, and running away?
Yeah.
You can catch me as I come flying over.
Right.
We may be joking and japing, but this is pretty airy stuff. I don't think anybody has attempted something like this since the war.
Is that fast enough?
Not fast enough.
It looks like the motorbike's wheels have to be spinning scaringly fast to get the articulated arm revolving quick enough to turn over the engine. If the bike comes off the treadmill, I've lost a 40 grand war relic. And Freddie, of course.
Yes. Whoa! Yes, there we go.
Great! Amazing! The twins may like a cup of tea more than most, but you can see why they're on the payroll. I paid €8,000 for this, and it's easily worth 10 now. Time for a celebration, Russian style. There you go.
It smells distinctly like screen wash, doesn't it?
Well done.
Skull.
It's smooth as hell, this, though, really, isn't it? Lovely. Who wants more?
Hold on.
Now, listen, well done, very good. I mean, I've got to be honest with you, that's worth a few quid. I've only ever seen one, all right? That is a cracking little toy. I've had a call from a guy who's interested in buying a German flamethrower. I've got one, which I bought years ago. I just need to remember what I did with it. Chuck a bit of light, see if you can find it in there. Go on, have a good rummage around.
I didn't even know we had half this stuff.
No bag there, Nick, in front of you.
In here. Is that it? Yeah, there we go.
What sort of nick's it looking? Old. Bring it out, let's have a look at it. I need to see if we can move it on. It might not look like much, but the portable German flamethrower, the Flammenwerfer, was a horrific weapon. With a gun, it's easy to miss, but using a Flammenwerfer, one soldier could clear a dugout or building and take out multiple targets in one go. This thing fired a hellish 30-metre jet of burning petrol and tar that would stick to its target. Terrifying to face, and in truth, almost as terrifying to operate. I picked up that flamethrower for 100 quid. It's an incredibly rare piece, and even in this rusty condition, it could be worth over £1,000. Oh, that's full up.
Something in it.
Hang on, just a minute. Be careful with it. That sloshing sound is giving me the jitters. If that canister is still full up with petrol and nitrogen, one false move and that napalm-like fuel could light us all up like a Roman candle. Oh, hear that?
Oh, yeah, right.
That could be 70-year-old napalm in there.
Right.
That tank is still pressurised. We need to make it safe before we have a disaster on our hands. Here, look, that's leaking. Oh, yeah, that stinks, that stinks. Can put it down, put it down. Let's, first of all, let's see if it's flammable, right? That burns. Oh, look. Oh, that's terrible, that stuff. Well, that's answered the question.
Yeah.
We better get that emptied out.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't believe that flamethrower is still lethal. I can't sell it like that. Can you imagine having that squared on you?
That wouldn't be worth thinking about, is it?
No, it doesn't.
Horrible,
mate.
wouldn't it?
Phil, Nick, find out how to make that completely safe.
Yeah. Bruce has dumped a German flamethrower in our laps and asked us to deactivate it. But the problem is, this thing is more dangerous now than it was 70 years ago. So to stop us getting barbecued, we've called in an expert.
Hello?
Hello, down here.
Yeah.
We're down there.
How's it going?
Hello, Jason.
Nice to meet you.
Phil, this is Nick.
Nice to meet you.
Jason, who is an explosives expert, happens to have built working repro flamethrowers for the movies.
I brought this down. This is one of our props that we use in films. So if I put this down...
Done that on.
There we go. Right.
OK, the thing is with Bruce, he wants to sell this. Obviously, it's not in a very good condition, and we want to make it safe.
Got to be extra careful with it. If the gas is released too quickly, it'll then suck it straight back into the tank, which then...
Ignite the tank.
Go boom.
So actually, we're standing next to a bomb.
Potentially we are, yes.
I'm glad you're here. Right, we need to get this thing straightened out as quickly as possible then, don't we?
Yeah.
Is that noise coming out of there?
It's making a bubbling noise out of here.
Oh,
right,
do
so,
this quickly,
yeah,
then.
yeah. First stage, degassing.
The small cylinder contains pressurised hydrogen. This would shoot the flame 30 metres.
We need to get it out without causing an explosion.
Looking on mine, I think it's this one.
This one here, yeah?
Yeah.
So if we just turn
Where
this...
will the gas come out of here?
It will, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. OK, let's just do this slowly. Yeah?
Yeah, there's a bit of a noise here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
OK.
Right.
There's nothing coming out now.
Is it
all right?
stopped?
Yep.
Yeah.
Stage 1 complete. Next, we have to tackle the highly flammable napalm-like fluid. All right.
Just be careful, because this is really dangerous stuff. And one spark, one bang, it'll
go.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Ooh. Ooh. That's really nasty.
That's horrible.
Yeah, mate.
Is that all of it? I'd be careful shaking it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that seems to have done it. Where do we go from here?
Final stage, I need to fill it up with expandable foam.
Yeah.
And then...
We're good.
We're good.
The expandable foam will prevent anyone from refilling the tanks. Although, you'd have to be barking mad to use this rusty old flamethrower. There you go. Job done. Look at that.
And it is deactivated.
So that's 100% safe. We can get that sold now.
Yep, that's now 100% safe.
OK, well, that's a big relief, isn't it?
Thank you.
I've got a client interested in buying my authentic German flamethrower. I've had the twins make it safe by deactivating it. And even in its rusty condition, it could still be worth £1,000. And to tempt my buyer, I'm going to film a demonstration with a modern one that special effects expert Jason's brought along. Right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Jason, who has kindly come along to join us today with the intention of simulating what that flamethrower was capable of doing. Now, Jason has one that works on exactly the same principle, and what we're going to do is to take a video to show exactly what that flamethrower was capable of during the war. Luckily, we have got Hoos to try it out.
When the hell did that happen then?
Right, well, you know, you're good at this sort of thing.
I can't believe this.
So, over to you, Jason, if you could explain to him how to do it.
I'm through. Got your tank filled, pressurised. That releases the pressure to here.
That's the burst.
And then that's your bursts. Do you feel comfortable?
Yeah, I feel dangerous now, mate.
Right.
Are we going to do this?
Hoos, you've got nothing to worry about. Jason is here to hold your hand right the way through it. If it leaks a little bit, you get a little Brazilian. No problem. Now, you'll be fine. Don't panic. Honestly, Jason's here.
You're really making me feel confident here, yeah?
Look.
Jason, seriously, mate, let's... Serious, because I'm live with nerve now, yeah?
Yeah.
How safe is this thing?
If I don't stick beside you, just stay where you are.
Listen, let's give this a go. Ready? Right, this is a video that is going to demonstrate the Second World War German Flammenwerfer flamethrower. We're using a modern-day equivalent to show you exactly what it could do. Now, Hoos, if you would like to walk forward, we are going to demonstrate, first of all, the length of the flame that this weapon can achieve. Now, if everybody's at a safe distance, Jason, if I could ask you to light him up, please. Hoos, did you sign those insurance forms I gave you last night? Okay.
Are we good to go?
Good to go.
Right. Firing! Whoa!
And again, please, Hoos. Right, move forward slightly and fire at the same time.
Closer, please. Move in a bit. OK, now move forward and to the left. Right, who's firing the shells from the sofa?
Fire in! God, that's brilliant.
Right, slowly move forward, who's. Now, I'll just reiterate, the system we're operating here is identical to the Flammenwerfer that we have shown you before.
Firing!
Move in closer.
That's what I'm talking about.
Now, if you don't want to buy that after that demonstration, don't worry, because I'll keep it. Otherwise, get on the old phone and give me a call. All I've got to do now is send that video to my client and he'll be bashing my door down to buy it. Well, if that don't sell it, nothing will. But I've got to tell you, I'm off, because look what you've done to the place. What a time I've had. I nearly bought my very own Martello tower.
This is the real thing, mate.
That's fantastic. And landed some fascinating items from a part of the British Isles ruled by the Nazis.
Yeah. Here's a little bit of local history.
And the Mad Turk put a flamethrower through its base. I'm trying to flog a German armoured troop carrier called a 251 to an Australian museum. But there's a flaw in my plan. Freddie hasn't finished the restoration yet. A working one should look like this. Ours looks like this. We've been working on it off and on for 6 months, but it's still in bits. And the buyer wants to test drive it in 2 weeks' time at a military fair in Holland.
Hello?
Freddie.
Yes, mate.
Hi, Bruce. Right, listen, 251. It's got to be ready for the military fair. He won't buy it unless he's driven it.
We're going to pull out all the stops, but, I mean, it's going to be really tight.
No ifs or buts. It's got to be done.
Yeah, I mean, we're putting every hour we can into it.
Don't let me down, mate, all right? All right, bye. I've got a lot riding on this cell. It's cost me thousands in parts alone, let alone the man-hours, but fully restored, it's worth a whopping 300 grand.
I've been working with Lewis day and night to get this half-track ready. The wheels are on, and now we need to fit the track.
We've got to make sure these go in between the gap on these wheels.
The track comes in separate links that have to be pinned together, creating a loop around the wheels.
Right, that's that one done. Right, ready. Spanner. T.
8 cups of tea and 2 packets of biscuits later, the final link is ready to be attached to complete the loop of track.
If you lift that bottom one up,
yep.
See how much we got first.
OK. Ready?
1, 2, 1. Lift it up. Lift it.
Yeah, I am lifting.
Pull. Have you counted these?
No, you counted them.
I didn't count them.
Oh,
Right.
Because I thought you counted.
Count them up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We're building this without a manual, using just photos and experience, but there should be 56 links on this track.
56.
Well, that's right.
We have the right number of links, but they just don't join up. On a disaster scale of 1 to 10, this is a 12.
Go on, push. Get you back into it. Come on. You all right?
It's always last thing in the day, isn't it?
Can we not just shoot off home and do it in the morning?
No, Lewis. We've got to get it done, because he's got to sell this, and if you don't get to sell this, then you ain't going to get paid.
Lewis and I are working round the clock trying to finish restoring a German troop carrier that Bruce wants to sell at a military fair in just over a week's time. But we've hit a massive snag. The 70-year-old track won't fit around the wheels, and if the vehicle isn't a runner, the sale won't happen.
This wheel's moving up and down. That's trying to lift the whole track up. Right, stop. It ain't gonna work.
If they were doing this in the field, would it be jacked up? Because surely the body...
See, I mean, there's a reason I wanted you to come and work here with me.
With the vehicle jacked up, the lower wheels are hanging down. Lowering it to the floor will reduce the circumference of the wheels, which should bring the links together.
Right, let that down nice and gently, okay? Look at the track coming up already. Oh, look how slack that is now, down there. Oh. Right, how close are we now? Ready? Yep. Oh, we're there. Oh. Right, let's get this pin in, and then let's get out of here.
Go on, Dad. Oh. Get in.
The tracks are on, but there's still a lot of work to do if we're going to get this going in time for the military fair.
I've set up a deal to shift a newly restored German half-track known as a 251 at a military fair in a week's time. It could pocket a cool 300 grand, but the buyer won't bite unless he can drive it first. Freddie!
Yeah, Bruce.
This ain't our 251 for milli-tracks, is it?
Unfortunately, yeah.
You said you'd have it, you promised me.
Bruce, I've been day and night, I must have done about 200 hours of overtime.
I'm now panicking because I got the Australian coming to Millitracks to buy this. I told him it'd be the best one he's ever seen, and it ain't done.
Just been one nightmare after another. Part of the belly arm was slightly bent, so I had to take the engine out to refit that. It's just been 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and...
Honest answer, yes or no, is it going to be ready for Millitracks?
Honest answer, Bruce, no. There's no way this is going to be ready in time.
That has really put me in a bad situation.
It's not going to happen. This
Right,
ain't going to happen.
I've now got to come up with plan B. This is an absolute disaster. I promised I'd take a running half-track to show museum owner Rob. He's a VIP client and my reputation is on the line. The only solution I can see is heartbreaking. The pride and joy of my personal collection is a 251 that the twins immaculately restored after I found it in a scrap heap in Austria. I don't like it, but I'm going to have to flog that instead. If I have to sell this and then replace it with that one for the time being, that's what we're going to do. I ain't going to let the client down. Let's get this out, get it properly checked over. That's what we're doing. That's the solution. I can't lose this sale. Millitracks in Holland is Disneyland for fans of World War II vehicles. Collectors and enthusiasts come from all around the world to drive a huge array of motorbikes, trucks and tanks around its 500-metre circuit. When it comes to German World War II vehicles, it's the biggest event on the planet and the perfect location to show off my half-track to Rob, my Australian buyer. Freddie! Freddie! Right, Bruce. Oh, right, listen, mate. She looks lovely. What we need to do is get it warmed up so it runs really nice, right? Goes round that arena and it runs beautifully. He will smack my hand and I'll have a deal. He's going to be here in 30 minutes. Is it running all right?
Yeah, it's lovely. It's all done.
Start her up. Let's listen. Come on.
Is it choking?
Yeah. That's full throttle.
Joking. That sounds terrible. I don't Adam and Eve it. My buyer has flown halfway round the world to drive my half-track and it ain't even working. Listen, I'm having a panic up here. I thought you said it was lovely. I've got a guy be here in 30 minutes. Listen, I've got to have this running. Do what you got to do, because I'm now having the old guts playing up. Right. My buyer Rob has got the largest collection of tanks and armoured vehicles in the Southern Hemisphere. He's not somebody I want to let down. And just my luck, he's turned up early. Rob!
Bruce.
Hello, mate, all right?
How are you,
Nice to see you, all right? Good.
Good to see you,
Looking
yeah.
well. How long you been in?
Oh, not long. How's the 251, really?
Mate, absolutely awesome. You're going to be absolutely amazed with it. I think he's driving around somewhere, but I was just going to grab some chips.
Turn it off.
It wasn't all running on all six. It's just...
I'll check the leads, but oh, hang on, this one's a bit loose. Oh, that ain't going to help, is it?
There's the problem. One of the spark plug caps is cracked.
Instead of the spark going to the spark plug, it's going to be going up to the block and not firing.
The
good news is we're at Millitracks. If there's one place you can pop round the corner and buy a spare spark plug cap for a World War II Hanomag Sonderkraft Fahrzeug 251, it's here.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks very much. Cheers. Right, let's go. Bruce is on the way with his buyer, and if this cap doesn't work, sparks really will fly.
Rob, have a look at this now. Look, Max, Freddie, is Rob. Max, show Rob round it. So, what's the score? Is it done?
Well, it was a spark plug cap, but I've literally just put it on. I don't know if it's going to work.
Just run it up. Keep your fingers crossed it'll run, right? Yeah. All right. Once I hear that half track start up, I'll be able to relax a little. Try it then, Freddie. Listen to that.
Sounds okay.
Sounds beautiful. Listen, that sounds lovely. Rob, what do you reckon, mate?
Looks the part, so let's go for a ride.
I hope Rob is equally impressed with her handling. He'll only buy it if he likes the ride.
Away you go, Freddie. So what do you reckon, Rob? Look, goes like a dream, handles beautifully, you know. Very nice. You can't phone up and get one of these off the shelf.
It's nice to have a vehicle in this condition, Bruce, that's in good running order.
All running order, all original parts.
This armoured troop transporter was the half-track workhorse of the German army. It could carry 12 people, and its tracks meant it could be used across almost any terrain, with a top speed of 53 kilometres per hour.
Hold on to your act!
Nice, very nice.
Ain't bad, it's 70 years old.
Lovely vehicle, Bruce.
Thank you.
Very nice.
I'm glad you appreciate. Great.
Very impressed.
Rob sounds like he's going to bite, but before he sees something he likes better, I'd better seal the deal.
So what do you reckon then, Rob?
Yeah.
I mean, she does look good. She drives
Very
lovely,
nice,
as I
very
said.
nice.
All there, all original, and runs and drives exactly how I said it would. What do you reckon?
Oh, it was fantastic, Bruce. It's everything you said it was. Well, let's not beat around the bush. It's a 251.
Right.
Let's say we are 251,000.
Listen, I know if you take it, it's going to go to a cracking home, but it's got to be for the right price. And I know what I put into this just with finding the original parts. I could come down to maybe, you know, 310.
If I said to you 290 and we'll do the deal.
And I'll get to use it in Australia.
When you visit, you can drive it. Okay.
290.
290.
Okay. All right, I think that sounds like a celebration. We'll
Okay.
have a beer and crack the deal.
Sounds good to me.
After you, Rob. Come
Thanks,
on.
Bruce.
It breaks my heart to say goodbye to the half-track, but I've made a fair few grand on the deal. Let's hope I don't have a half-track shaped hole in my collection for long.
Hey, Phil, Nick, come and have a look at this. You ain't going to believe what's turned up here.
What's that?
Look, just come and watch what's turning up. You got to guess what it is.
Oh, wow.
It's a lorry.
It is a Dakota, the most iconic aircraft of the Second World War. Unbelievable. I can't believe we've got this thing, right? Look at it.
This is the rear end of a Dakota's fuselage. Not just any Dakota. This one is known to have actually flown on D-Day itself.
900 of these dropped over 25,000 troops on D-Day. I mean, for me, this is just marvellous.
The name Dakota actually stands for Douglas Aircraft Company Transport Aircraft. It started life as a DC-3, designed by the aviation engineer Donald Douglas in the 1930s, and it revolutionised air transport. When the war started, it was modified so that it could tow gliders, and a large cargo door was added at the back to carry vehicles.
This is a bit of iconic airborne history. I mean, it's not just the guys that flew it, it's the people that made it, you know?
Yeah.
These things were predominantly put together on production lines in America by women.
The ladies in the factories would have done all the riveting on this. Huge war effort from the ladies.
I want to put it back in the original colours that it was in the Second World War when it was delivered. And, you know, it's all about, like, paying homage to these guys. Cause...
Well, that's good. I thought you might want to hang it up in the shed.
Well, hang on a minute. I've got to tell you. What a cracking idea. And we could have a paratrooper jumping out of it. What a homage and, you know, an honour to be able to do that for the guys that flew this air. Oh, it's a great idea, really.
I surprise myself sometimes.
Yeah. Listen, honestly, that's a cracking idea. Go to the top of the class. Restored and painted in its D-Day colours, this will be a perfect tribute to the brave men and boys who maintained, piloted and jumped out of this plane. So, let's get started.
Nice one. Looked into that, didn't you?
Yep. Right, let's get this thing painted.
Bruce has acquired a section of fuselage from one of the iconic Dakota planes that actually flew on D-Day, and we're restoring it to what it would have looked like on that day.
What colour we got? We got this olive drab colour.
If you're choosing a colour for the kitchen, you're not likely to choose olive drab, but for a Dakota it's perfect. The Americans used olive drab in the First World War. It's a mix of black and a browny yellow colour called ochre, and it's exactly how this plane would have looked on D-Day.
You can do the messy job.
All right.
That's not bad coverage, is it? That's pretty good. What do you reckon? Let that coat?
That'd do.
Yeah. So, yeah, we got green in this section here, and this whole section back here will be the black and white stripes, won't it? That's it. The D-Day stripes.
To defend D-Day troops from the Luftwaffe, Allied anti-aircraft guns were trained on the skies. But they didn't want to knock out their own planes. So Allied aircraft used in the D-Day operations were painted with large black and white stripes. It didn't work so well the other way, and Allied bombers accidentally killed hundreds of their own troops during the Normandy invasions, including Lieutenant General Leslie McNair, the highest ranking US soldier to be killed in Europe during the entire war.
There's it done?
Yeah, done that.
Give us a hand with the masking on the other side.
Yeah.
It's turned out really well. That's going to look really good when it's all finished. I think Bruce will be happy with that.
Stop.
Stop!
Bruce wants to display his precious piece of a Dakota that dropped fearless paras behind the enemy lines on D-Day.
Oh, what's the top?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I thought I was going to have the roller shutter off then.
Yeah.
Which means carefully mounting it in the warehouse.
Right, well, there's the frame. It's got to sit on top of there. Hopefully stay there, because if it falls off, it's on top of that.
And I'm not at all sure this is going to work.
Oh, for Bruce, isn't it? I'll just put that up there. I'll be back in half hour.
Yeah. Just pop that up there. Yeah.
We've got a frame and a forklift, but this delicate fuselage is 70 years old.
Out there?
We'll get it nicely lined up, because once we lift it...
Yeah, we don't want to be moving around too much.
Right, I think that's about ready to lift up, I reckon.
OK.
One. Did that work?
No, you can see it twisting.
Dakotas were lightweight and delicate, and as we're lifting the fuselage up, it's starting to bend.
So that snaps inside then, it's going to collapse.
Yeah.
And that'll be it, game over. Couple of ratchet straps, a wing and a prayer.
Yeah.
To add support and strength, we're fitting tension straps, like wires on a suspension bridge. And then all we've got to do is hope that them 70-year-old rivets don't pop off.
Yeah. This could all go horribly wrong, couldn't it?
If we mess this up, Bruce's precious D-Day relic will break into bits. As we start to lift, the fuselage starts to creak and groan.
Are you ready?
No.
Careful of the lights.
You can't see anything down there, can you? I don't shake it about too much.
Can it go up a bit?
Nice and gently. How much is this for?
It's what it falls on, I'm worried about.
How much room we got up the top?
About a foot, come on. A little more, a little more. Okay, stop, 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 stop. Whoa!
bouncing, isn't it?
Bouncing? I said gently does it, not bunny hop it in.
Just a bit too much. A little bit. About 2 foot to go.
What's the top, Lewis?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Really close to the side of this here.
We're very nearly there.
Whoa.
Fit all right? Oh, hang on a minute. I thought we was going round the other way.
You're joking.
No, it was going to be flying out the doors, wasn't it?
No.
No. Only kidding. No, it looks good. Very good.
I think we may
Yeah, I think it's
done it.
Really well done, chaps. Really good. That's my new little tea room up there. So they're the D-Day stripes. That's fantastic. I mean, they must have had that sort of colouring on it at one point, but it really brings it alive. There's no question about it. Go on, look, you put it in position. I'll look out the door. Go on. There we go. My own little Dakota. Imagine the people that have leapt out of this door, you know. If only it could talk. I can't believe Ian phoned me earlier on to say that he's going over to Normandy to jump on the anniversary of D-Day out of a Dakota. And did I want to go? 6th of June is the 72nd anniversary of D-Day. The proposed jump is from a Dakota. Ian, an old paramate of mine, has thrown down the gauntlet. This is one jump I can't miss. And I wasn't going to get involved, but to be quite honest here, standing here now, I've got to jump out of one of these for real.
Well, you could jump out of it now if you wanted to.
Don't worry about that. I will be jumping out of this one. I've got the nicest surprise for you. What it is, it's another little project that you're going to be able to move on. You said we wanted another bike to do. Ta-da!
Oh, lovely.
Complete DKW NZ350. It's all there, engine, seat, it just needs bolting back together. DKW motorbikes were used by German army dispatch riders as they were the fastest form of issuing written orders in the field. Back in the 20s and 30s, DKW, or Flammenwerfer, was the biggest motorbike manufacturer in the world, but reparations at the end of the Second World War meant that they had to hand over their best designs to Harley Davidson and BSA. A buyer I know has been nosing around for one, and I can smell a nice little profit. Do I bring surprises or what? I mean, yeah. You can go through it and have a look.
Surprise is one word for it.
There's actually 2 engines here, there's 2 tanks, 2 frames. There's all bit, I mean, it's all a bit of a mix, but I am actually guaranteed that there is a complete bike here. You'll be able to work your magic on this. I got all the parts we need for £1,500 from a farmer who salvaged them from the infamous Battle of Falaise in Normandy. Because of the provenance, I reckon I can sell it for 5 times that. But only if the Three Stooges get it looking like it did back in 1944. Look at all them lovely goodies in there, look. Treasure, absolute treasure. Work here is a joy. This lot don't know how lucky they are to have such a generous government. Anyway, my plane's waiting, and I'm expecting to turn this box of rusty bits into something Steve McQueen can escape on by the time I get back.
Can you get the tank? Bruce has tasked us to restore a classic World War II German motorbike.
When Bruce says restore, what he really means is start from scratch.
This is quite bad, isn't it? See what it's like when it's cleaned up.
Right. Blasting is tough, dirty, dangerous work.
That's why we've asked someone else to do it for us.
There's a man who's happy with his job.
How could you be happy doing that job?
Making so was blasted out high air, and it removes detonated rust and
Step 1, complete.
Get more sprayed up now?
Yeah. Step 2, paint the parts before they go rusty again. That's the easy bit. Now we've got to assemble all these parts back into a motorbike.
Right.
Back at HQ, we're doing some proper work. restoring a beaten-up German wartime motorbike that Bruce wants to sell on.
So what we've got to do is just get it together so we can see roughly what we haven't got, what we have got.
Yeah.
We know there's some parts missing, but we're not sure until we get the thing put together. We decide to start with the biggest bit first.
Unusual frame, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Instead of bolting together lots of tubing, DKW reduced the frame to 2 parts, left and right, which were electrically welded together.
Well, apparently, the amount of electric power that took, they could only do it at night. Otherwise, they completely plunged the villages into darkness.
Probably. It was a Danish engineer, Jørgen Rasmussen, who started DKW, and the company was always at the forefront of groundbreaking motorcycle design. The bike's pressed steel frame meant that they were both strong and reliable for the Wehrmacht.
That's good. That's looking more like a motorbike. Fuel tank. There's an issue here. Because this is a 2-stroke engine, so it runs on a mixture of oil and fuel, what there should be is like a measuring jug in here, small one, which forms part of the lid.
It's just a cup.
It's just a cup. It's a way of actually measuring how much oil you need in the fuel, so we need to find one of those.
A fuel cap might not seem like much, but Bruce's buyers are all about authenticity.
There we go.
And this bike needs to be 100% original if he's going to get top dollar for it.
We could ring Bruce.
Yeah, give it a try.
Hello?
Hello, Bruce?
Yeah, it's me.
Hey, it's Phil.
How are you getting on?
Yeah, fine. Yeah. We're doing that DKW bike for you.
Well, how are you getting on with it?
Coming on well.
What we need is the on the fuel cap on the fuel tank. Because it's a 2-stroke, it has a special cap that incorporates a cup.
That's a measuring fault. Right, listen, leave it to me. I know a couple of the other contacts that we've got here that we haven't seen yet. I'll phone Ed and phone around some other people's and see if we can't find one while we're here.
Right, okay. See you later. Thanks very much. Bye.
Good.
Job done.
Okay, I can manage. It's all right. Whenever Bruce gives you a box of bits, he says there's everything here you need to build something.
It's never true.
There's something missing.
The gearbox.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Quite important, really.
It's,
We used to have one. I don't know where it got to.
Crikey, where'd you start?
Oh. Do a bit of help here. This is ridiculous. Yes,
There we go.
lovely.
Yeah, got them. Right, so it's all there, then, is it, you reckon?
I think so. There was all sort of stampings on these. Look.
Oh, right, yeah. See that one there, 1044?
Yep.
So that means this has been made in October 1944. So that means these parts are genuine wartime German parts. So that's great news for Bruce, because that means this thing is the real deal. It's using all the original parts.
Oh, good. Good selling point.
Yeah, much better selling point.
Right, that goes in there.
Yep.
This bit goes down in there. Right, then this shaft goes in down this side. They're all going in.
Oh, that's brilliant. At last.
It's going to be good.
Right, next.
The cover goes over that. That's good. That's down.
Okay, that's it. You just need bearings. Put the covers on, that's it. Job done.
Yeah?
Right.
Brilliant. Okay.
Go.
I'm back from a successful trip to Finland, and I'm keen to see how the boys have got on with restoring the DKW motorbike. I've lined up for my buyer. Righty, it's the King of Finland back from his travels. How are we getting on here, all right? The important thing was the bike. So we're nearly there.
It's done.
It's done.
It's done. Well, it can't be, because you ain't got that.
A fuel cap. Excellent.
There you go.
Look at that.
Good. Look.
So is it done apart from that?
Yeah, all done.
Well, it looks nice. There are the original panniers.
Original panniers.
You put the original number plates on it.
Yeah.
What's it ride like? Have you run it?
Well, no, we haven't had a chance to run it yet, no.
Well, listen, I wasn't born to look like Steve McQueen and nothing,
No,
right?
you weren't.
Listen, get that started, because I ain't too clever about starting them. I'll go and get something to put on my Swede and I'll come back. Hang on.
All right, hang on. Tell you what, I like a good laugh.
Yeah, it'll certainly be that.
That's got it. That's got it. Lovely.
All right.
Sounds all right.
All right.
Look, appropriately dressed, I will take this for a test drive. Right.
Are you sure?
Let me have a go. Let's have a go. Let's have a go. Molly, out of the way. Whoa!
Say old Steve McQueen prefers to put on a bit of weight, doesn't he? Here he comes.
Lovely. I've got to tell you, that drive's really nice. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world.
Rigid frame.
Yeah, rigid frame. I wouldn't like to drive it a long way, but I've got to tell you, after 70 years, done a cracking job putting this back together again.
Thank you very much.
It sounds lovely. You think they're all 70-year-old parts.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks lovely. You know, we're bringing history to life again.
That's right, yeah.